I'm Brooke Kelly and you're watching Freedom Ride 2009. Today I've come to the home of Henry David Thoreau, or more correctly pronounced, Thoreau. He was friends with Ralph Waldo Emerson. They were poets, they were writers, and actually they were revolutionaries. He wrote one of the famous books that we know today, Walden, as well as Civil Disobedience, both of which were banned by McCarthy. He built this replicated house with his own two hands for $28.12 on Emerson's property. And then, as we all know, he secluded himself away from society here at Walden Pond. He lived a very meager lifestyle, and frankly, he really enjoyed it this way. He grew all of his own food, chopped his own firewood, was completely self-sustained here, and every morning he would take a swim in Walden Pond and enjoy all of the luxuries of nature. He considered this his own personal Declaration of Independence. Now he spent 2 years, 2 months, and 2 days here, except for one night when the tax collector showed up. He prided himself on being civilly disobedient, so he didn't pay the poll tax which was required at the time. Now he did pay other taxes that he felt like went to important things, such as education and to pay for the roadways. But when it came to paying a general tax that went into a fund that was potentially funding slavery and the Mexican-American War, that's where he drew the line. So he went to jail, ready to stay there for as long as it took to prove his point, until the next day when his aunt stepped in and bailed him out. He wasn't too happy about it, but he lived from 1817 to 1862, and during that time he wrote one of his best books, that's Civil Disobedience, and from that he says, "I heartily accept the motto, that government is best which governs the least, and I should like to see it acted up more rapidly and systematically. Carried out, it finally amounts to this, that government is best which governs not at all, and when men are prepared for it, that will be the kind of government which they will have. But if it is of such a nature that it requires you to be the agent of injustice to another, then I say break the law. Let your life be a counter-friction to stop the machine. What I have to do is to see that I do not lend myself to the wrong which I have condemned." He inspired tons of people during his time and is still inspiring people to think for themselves, break away, and do something different. I'm Brooke Kelly. You're watching Freedom Ride 2009. Thanks for joining us, and I will see y'all back next time. Peace and love.